Fornhan.Ponsan, and roll now and become part of the story. What they can imagine to achieve, that is how all think. Humans can take time to think about far more obscure things. You all are living far safer than anyone else. We cannot plan ahead much, and most can't at all. We need to consider much more how to survive. Those unintelligent will always act for immediate gain. Even if they're able to think ahead, can they not ensure what will happen in the future? Knowing that you survive is important. You cannot do that if you only plan for things that still have to happen. Humans always are planning ahead, far into the future. You can only do that because there is no change happening in your life. Most important things cannot be predicted for us. Without having cities, there are many things that don't have rules to follow and cannot be predicted. Food, drinking and safety are the most important things. This is the only thing that magic animals will ever think about. There are no ways of constantly obtaining these things. Often animals will have to skip over these for a day, because there was no place they could go to always find them. They cannot consider not to take something they need when they find it. They will be lucky if they can find any at all. Magical beings are not quite like that. They are intelligent enough to know ways to get easier to these things. Playing around is far more important for them. They have more time because of their intelligence. Not all will understand what time is. Time is hard to understand when you always need to do something. Animals will not be able to reason for things that don't tend to survival. They don't understand the concept of time. You can only do something other than survival if you know how time works. You will not be able to understand that you can do things in different ways if you don't know how time works. Animals can only ever be reasoned with by giving them what they see as survival. They don't know how to evaluate other things. They are not interested in most things humans see valuable. They don't know what these things are. Magical beings are similar to that. They also can only evaluate things they know. Magical beings can evaluate more things than just survival. They have many other things they see interesting. They still cannot understand most of these things humans think as normal. They live like animals and have never seen these things, but they are far more intelligent. Animals will not be able to understand complex tasks. They only ever do simple things normally. They also cannot speak as well. They only ever use single words to communicate. You will need long times to tell them what you want from them. They think over what you tell them. Animals will see your words as something incomplete. They never say things that have hidden meaning. Magical beings are also like that. They struggle to understand if you don't say what you mean exactly. They can understand things they don't know about, however. They are able to reason some things, but not everything. They won't do everything because of that. They will need convincing to explain why they should do something. Magic societies are able to understand almost everything humans say. We live similar to humans. We still won't be able to reason with everything you do. Not everything humans do is the same we would do. We still can easily understand things even if we don't do them. We are able to imagine how it would be in other people's place. No other magical creature can do that. All others live too strange from human life to have a good enough basis. Magic societies still are the hardest to reason with. We live as complex as humans do. There can be many reasons why problems can arise. We all have own goals we want to achieve. Animals and magical beings also have this, but it is easy to know. They only think about surviving first. Magic societies don't think about surviving anymore. We live safe enough that we forgot what is threatening. Magical beings and animals don't know how the world works without thinking about surviving. We and you are not like this. It is important for you to know what is part of survival. You will understand others better if you know their reasoning for acting. If they are safe, they will act more complex. Being safe allows someone to have time for other things. Animals won't be able to understand what that is, but they still would act differently if they have free time. Living near humans gives us lots of safety. Nature doesn't exist in cities. It is far easier to be safe inside cities against predators. There are places only few can reach. Most predators also cannot live in cities. Humans will drive them away. There's always much food to get without a problem. Humans don't use all their food, but they also don't like if animals take it. In the wild is there no time to do complex things. There are many dangers you need to consider always. Complex things will get you killed. They take too much effort to get resolved. You can only ever think about basic things. Basic things are more guaranteed to give you a result that will help you. Magic societies are also not living as safe as humans do. We are restricted by our magic. Magic allows us to do more things, but also makes more things dangerous. Our magic changes what we need, and what is problematic for us. Humans struggle to understand how magic can affect us. They are not restricted by magic. Humans are also dangerous to magical creatures. You don't do things like we do, and want to stop us. Those living with humans will have to act differently. They will need to act based on what humans want. Animals and magical beings will struggle to understand those living without. They are not able to imagine how they could survive without humans. Magic societies are forced to live with humans. You cannot live as spread out as we do without having to work with humans. Not all will think of humans the same way. Humans treat us differently based on how they live. We act the same. There are not many who live separated enough. We will think all humans are like the ones we know. Most don't understand that not all humans are the same. Some magical creatures will look the same, but they are not. Only few exist at multiple places that are far away from another. Humans will use different names for all. You gave us multiple names even if we are the same. Fosgrim and Sirens are the same, even if you call them differently. They are not the same as merfolk. Many who are intelligent will get angry if you call them something else. They know of the words the humans use, and think you insult them if you call them something else. Animals will not care about this. They don't know what your words mean, as they are not simple enough. Animals don't see others as different races. They only think about who is dangerous and who isn't. Magical beings not always will know what you mean, but they will never get angry. They don't think about names having any relevance. They still get angry if you speak of them in wrong ways, with this magical script. Those words have meaning to them, and you cannot say they are something they aren't.